majority of our people who are thinking more deeply and more broadly, looking at it as it actually is, and are beginning to see it more in the international context and the relation that it has with the African struggle, a human rights struggle, or the struggle for human rights. And as such, we can then take it into the United Nations
and bring about the freedom of these people by any means necessary.
Hello everyone, this is We Charge Colonialism, and I want to talk to you briefly about the first project that we're doing as an organization called the Justice Bank. So what is the Justice Bank? I've talked before about the fact that we were trying to do a bail project, but we ended up deciding to do a mutual aid fund. Now, mutual aid funds have a long history in the Black community, in the African community, because it was essentially how we survived racism and slavery in certain eras. For example, after the abolition of slavery, or even during slavery, there were a lot of free Black people who were without any means to protect themselves financially, protect themselves physically, and so they were essentially left out to be sitting ducks inside of a world where they were not welcomed. The answer to mutual aid societies was join these societies and become members, and whenever you need something, we'll look out for you. For example, let's say your relative passed away, we'll look out for your funeral expenses. Let's say you became sick, we'll look out for your medical expenses, things like that. So understanding the legacy of how those societies actually meant survival for our people, we believe that a vital thing for us to do when it comes to the injustices of the prison industrial complex are to ensure that whenever our people are in need, we can step in some type of way. And that is what the idea of the Justice Bank initiative is. So essentially, right now we're raising money for this initiative. And once we feel like we are basically off our feet, we're going to open up for members. The Justice Bank Initiative will essentially take members, and if you would pay a very low monthly membership fee. We're going to keep it low on purpose because we are servicing a people who are the most disenfranchised in this country, the most under attack, and it's not reasonable to expect that there's that someone could pay $30 a month, $50 a month, whenever you are of that group. Now, when you become a member, we're going to have a trial period, maybe say after 3 or 6 months, whatever, you are eligible to petition us for help with your expenses. Now, what type of people who are targeted from the prison industrial complex, what type of people would be eligible? Well, because we're doing a mutual aid society, that would be democratic. What we mean is that if you are a member of the Justice Bank, you would have a say in what types of, let's say, charges or offenses that you want to be covered under the Justice Bank. So let's say that everyone voted and we said, all right, we're okay with, nonviolent offenses, but we're not okay with violent offenses. And that was what the vote in the consensus was. So on that basis, people who are charged with a nonviolent offense could say, okay, I have been charged with something from a traffic stop, and they are saying that I ran a stoplight or some type of thing. And let's say you have a bail expense, or you have to go to court for those types of charges. In those types of situations, we would all decide beforehand, we would decide on what amount we're willing to give to individual members. And from there, you can petition the Justice Bank for us to cover your fees. Now, those are just examples. I'm not sure how, as a membership, as a people, we're going to decide to actually do these things. But the central idea is that all of us are putting our money in collectively because we are a target of the prison industrial complex. Every single day that we walk out, you as a Black person, you are seen as a criminal in this country, and that is a fact. And we want to offer a type of protection for our people, and almost like an insurance policy, honestly, that if you do have some type of run-in with the law, if you do have a charge, a criminal charge, that you can count on a mutual aid society to help you and assist you with those types of charges. So that's just a rundown. As I stated, once we actually have a membership for our society, then you'll actually see us putting out our policies, because we want this to be democratic. It's not going to be me deciding it. It's not going to be the board of WCC deciding it. This is going to be a collective effort for our people. So as of right now, as I stated, we are raising money for this initiative, just to have some starter up fees. And there's two ways that you can donate. One is you could just donate GoFundMe. But another way is you can also just order a t-shirt, a Justice Bank t-shirt from our Teespring, and I have the link to that down below. And every single profit will go towards the Justice Bank. And again, if you are interested in being a member of the Justice Bank, if you could just send an email to We Charge Colonialism and put in the subject the Justice Bank, so that we can have you on our email list whenever we feel like we are ready to start operating. So that is our initiative. That is our plan, and you will hear some follow-up from us, but that is just the overview for you guys. So thanks for watching. I will see you all in the next video.